That means if you have the mindset of a millionaire now and you are in one room, the law, the power that backs this law will interpret it as a lie. God will raise a destiny helper, a business, anything to shift you. So what you do is not really the problem, it's who you are. Are we together? Can I be honest with you? I want to say something now. When I started ministry, I used to go and preach, and sometimes now I have never preached for money. It has never been about giving. I love Jesus with all my heart, and for as long as I live, he becomes my motivation. Are we together? But when I started preaching, I remember when I would go and minister somewhere, and sometimes it's when I climb my bike going back home, they will now stand as if they are bribing me and bring out 2A and just count maybe 1,000 or 500 and say, man of God, may the Lord honor you. Thank you for coming for this meeting. I never felt bad because it was only my body that was in that realm. My mind was already years ahead of my body, and I knew my mind would pick my body to a place where I'll be blessed. I never told anybody I am growing. The moment I focus on growing, everything, including the way they treated me as I traveled, began to grow. Can I tell you this? Everything is waiting for you to grow too. Now, I'm going to demonstrate something that many of you have watched me do it. Can I have a few people? Gentlemen, sorry for inconveniencing you. Please come. Let's have like, I need at least 6 people. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of you stand here, please, facing one another. No, 3 stand here, 3 stand here. Everybody watch. And don't let the devil deceive you to believe you know what I'm saying. Just pay attention to what I'm saying, because this is how the devil cheats people in church. Now, watch this. Please go back, guys. This is what I want you to learn. Please, if you can lift your right hand, anything you can find, whether your watch, just lift anything up that represents your results. Watch this. These are all the things that you want. Now he's lifting money. Now he's lifting all of this. These are different dimensions in life. Watch this. The way God programmed life is that you don't, all these things they are lifting, lift it guys, are needed in your destiny. But to start looking for them one by one is a burden God did not give you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Most of us, when God tells you, you need influence, you need relationship, you need a media ministry, you need finances, you need to travel abroad, how do you start looking for these things one by one? How old will you become before you get them? Let me show you how it works. You don't look for money, you never find it. Every realm and every level in your life has the possibilities attached to it to come. If this is level 1, there is something that should come to level 1. If this is level 2, there is something that should come to level 2. You don't bring them by getting them, you bring them by growing. Let me show you how the law works. For every step I take, come close to. Watch this. I'm in one room, poor and broke, from a family where nobody has risen, but I'm listening to Joshua Selman's message, and he's preaching, and I'm listening to it. Lord, I know that you are changing me. Watch this. I don't even know that these things are coming closer to me because I can't see them. I'm still in the one room. Let me show you how the law works. God has called you to be an entrepreneur. He has called you to be a man of God. Now I'm listening to Miles Monroe's materials. I'm listening to all of these things. Oh, there is something called the law of honor. That honor is the key to access. I've grown. Watch this. Are you seeing that now? Everything you are looking for is also looking for you. But it is not looking for this version of you. Please go back, guys. Is someone learning now? There is a version of you that wants to get this. A version of you that wants to sit in business class. You sit with business class with only 100 naira in your pocket. You are not yet there. So you go back. You know you have entered a realm because everything around you grows to support that realm. You cannot buy a Jeep and be looking for 1 gallon of fuel to fuel it. You are not there. Are you seeing now? If it is by growth you get to a point where you can buy a Jeep, then other supporting areas would have grown to make fueling a car not an issue. This is the mistake and the fallacy of a fake life. You came to church, sit down and learn. Watch this now. Because for some of you, I'm showing you a graphic picture of what God is doing with you now. You are seated in that house and you are saying, Lord, will you ever lift me? And then you keep learning, and then you keep learning, and then you keep learning. One day somebody just calls you and says, where are you? It's the law of time and chance happening. Remember, the power of God is supervising that law. You're a businessman. Someone now says, can you help me sell 1 land? And you sell it and make 300,000. It is small compared to the kingdom financier billionaire you are to be, but it is a test. It is only God showing you that this thing is working. Now you keep engaging these laws. A time will come where even you cannot push them away. The moment you are growing, even if you try to push them, they won't go. You push money away, it will not go, because your growth has brought it to your life. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Now watch this. By the time you stand this way, everything has surrounded you. The media interview you have always looked for, you forgot about it and focused on growth. The Jeep that will not make people sleep, now you have cars you don't even know what to do with it, because they were designed to follow growth, not just desire. Believers, if you pay attention to what I'm saying, you will look for me one day and say, Apostle, thank you. Let's go back. This is where you are, my dear brother. Nobody knows you, yet you are a man of God that God has said you will go to the nations. There is temptation to live a fake life and get into premature manifestation, and God says, don't worry. Oh God, but I am 30 years old and I don't have a car. God says, just focus on growing. Just focus on growing. And while you are growing, one day God will position your destiny helpers in a conference and bring you there to preach. And then, because you have allowed yourself to be transformed, by the time you preach, you see this man holding money, he will carry what will be somebody's 1 year salary and give to you. Just when you want to rejoice, God says, we're still in the school of the Spirit. This is not all you need. This is just to encourage you that it is working. Let's go back to class. Now, many people out of pride just stand and start bragging and says, no. Can I be honest with you? You can go back and everything also will go back. This is the mystery behind balloon success. Now watch this. I can use willpower and I can manipulate my way to hold this, whereas I have not grown. The laws of God's justice system will interpret this as a lie. I will lose this thing no matter how careful I am. Life must take me back to the real place that befits my mindset. Can I be honest with you? My dear people, hear me. This is where living a fake life, if you eat tomorrow's bread today, you will be hungry tomorrow. If you wear tomorrow's cloth today, if all you have is a trouser of 500 naira, iron it with honor. It is only your body where